hold on, angry viewer. Yes, the title says OV awful, but I also cover good OVAs on this anime as well. You see, a man can't watch only bad anime. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy this nice, ice-cold, refreshing beverage while I talk about Hunter x Hunter Pilot from 1998. It should also be mentioned that this was voted on by my Patreon backers at the $1 and above tier, so with that being said, let's pull a Philly D and jump right into this. I wasn't able to find much information on this pilot, but I did some basic research, and one of the changes is that Studio Pierrot produced this OVA, and if you're also wondering if we dodged a bullet, yes, we did. Just imagine Hunter x Hunter by that studio. It would be like 24 episodes long, and they would cram like 8 arcs into 12 episodes. It would be madness. And just so we're square, we should pass laws so that Pierrot can't ruin any more beloved anime series. Just some other interesting tidbits though. This is the first animation ever of Hunter x Hunter, and it was shown on Shonen Jump's 1998 tour, celebrating their 30th anniversary. You were also able to purchase this anime as well via mail order on VHS. Remember those? It was also directed by Noriyuki Abe, who is known for directing Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho, along with many other anime. But getting back to the OVA, this shouldn't be confused with the 1999 pilot, which as far as I'm aware, is just the first episode of the 1999 anime. I don't know much about that one. And speaking of, that anime has not only a completely different cast, but a whole different studio producing the anime as well, Nippon Animation. And that studio itself has been around for an incredibly long time, but in recent times, they haven't been doing nothing much of note. So starting right off, this is all going to look very familiar to you, as this is the beginning of Hunter x Hunter, but with a nice, sleek 90s aesthetic. And while I am spoiled by Madhouse's excellent animation and art, it can't be denied that Pierrot brings a different twist to this that looks really cool. And I'm not going to say it looks good or even great for that matter, but I mean, it just looks cool, does it not? It's fascinating to see anime from a different perspective like this. Everything has this almost realistic look to it. Like with the 2011 anime, things look more like a cartoon. This looks more like how it would look with a more grounded art style. And because of that, the fish that Gon catches is a twinge more creepy than before. And speaking of Gon, that's his outfit in this. And don't worry, he switches it back out later to the green we know him for, but there are a couple differences here. He's wearing a jacket, some shorts, and his hair is black without the green highlights in them. It's such a minor thing, but in the 2011 anime, it added so much to his character's style and look. So just like in the 2011 anime, he brings the fish into town and tried to convince Mito he is a natural and should become a hunter. And here we see, sporting a different look, Mito. And just like Gon, she has a more quintessential 1990s aesthetic to her in this scene. And dare I say, she looks cool with this look. But here is one big difference, and I'm not sure if this is a thing in the source or the 2011 anime, but Gon hands her this card and she signs it with, I assume, her fingerprint, and Gon goes to put it in some sort of card reader, I guess. I'm not sure if this is a thing in canon. Maybe it is in the 2011 anime and I'm just forgetting, but it seems to be used to skip some stuff and get to the first exam real quick. But before that, we see that Gon had saved a fox bear from a hunter, and it grew up to have a fox bear family of its own, who waved Gon off when he says his final goodbyes. And this just goes to show that even in an OVA like this, they spared enough time to get you emotionally motivated in this character's journey. It means so much to Gon to become a hunter that he would leave behind the people he most cares about to pursue his dream. And after this scene, we have another scene to establish that Gon is just like his father. He comes home to Mito, who is drunk, and she brings up that Gon's father left him, so why would he want to do what he did? And Gon's answer, in typical Gon fashion, is that the job is special because you have to do some things that you don't like. So, Gon is waved off by Mito and he starts his journey. The first exam starts and the ship is taken over by weird jellyfish that send the crew into... I'm not fibbing here, you guys, they start an orgy. But Gon captures all of the jellyfish. But at this point, there are only 3 of them left. Gon, Kurapika, a boy who wants revenge for the murder of his clan, and Leorio. He's a dude, he's a guy. And so now they have to fight a siren who turns into a giant serpent. And thus begins the realization to you all that God of War 1 has the exact same scenario in the first level, except the orgy comes after. So the weakness of this monster is that they have to cover its eyes to stop it from ravaging this ship. And at the climax of the battle, you think it's gonna end differently, but Gon jumps up and covers its cute little kawaii eyes. That's right, this monster was just super kawaii all along, and there was no reason at all to feel in danger. It just wanted to spread its kawaii goodness to the crew of the ship. And at the end, Gon tosses it back out into the sea, so that it can be
Me! That is right, they do not call me SeaTactics for nothing. I am the kawaii squid siren serpent thingy, and I'm coming for you. So you better not cry. I'm telling you why. I'm the SeaTactics, and I'm coming to get ya!
This anime was awesome, you guys. Just terrific. It was not only a pretty solid OVA, and compared to the other one-shot OVAs, probably one of the better ones. It encapsulated perfectly what these first episodes of Hunter x Hunter are like, and what they're all about. Sure, the pacing is super quick, but that's a given. And in the short 24 minutes, they were able to meaningfully cram in so much stuff about the story that you can't help but not be somewhat impressed. I have seen so many bad OVAs for this series, and the fact this OVA was able to be this good in so many different aspects, from animation, maybe not the resolution of said animation, art, story, and characters, is a testament to the director of this OVA. So, if you're a fan of Hunter x Hunter and are interested, for sure, give this OVA a watch. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon. Without you, the series would not be possible, so I want to give you all a shout out. I want to shout out Garfield, Malice in Wonderland, Rising Sun Reviews, The Rizzers, Stephen Moran, Sug My Nuts, and Echid Nut. So thank you guys for being patrons over on my Patreon. You can be a patron as well and get early voting to this series. That's right, you can actually vote on OVAwesome. Not only can you vote on OVAwesome, you get it a full month before everybody else gets it. Not only that, you get access to my other series, like for example, this is a pretty good plug, 1 week early you get access to my Hunter x Hunter series, where I go through each arc in the anime as I watch them, and I make videos about them and talk about the arcs and things that I liked, things that I didn't, and stuff about the story and stuff like that. So, with that being said, if that sounds interesting to you, please go over to my Patreon. I would greatly appreciate it. And like this video, subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. Make sure to check out some of these other videos if you're new to the channel. As always, have a nice day, everybody. I appreciate you watching the video. Bye-bye.